mundo me da. Mi alma se desborda de emoción. Nunca antes sabía.
Hey there, this is Andorra. I am inside a mall, as you can see, but I'm going to get out of here soon, very soon. Andorra is famous for shopping, but I did not come here to shop. There is much more to this country than just swanky shops and nice restaurants. I am here in the capital city of Andorra la Vella, staying at a hotel here. I just traveled from the Spanish island of Menorca. I took a ferry from Menorca to Barcelona, and then a bus. It's only like a 3-hour bus ride from Barcelona direct to Andorra here. And in this video, I'm going to show you why I came to Andorra. There you go. The mountains. And so I wanted to start the video inside a mall just to show the contrast between one of the things that people think about when they think of Andorra, shopping. Look at all the various shops, and you'll see lots of restaurants along the way here, and Andorra is surprisingly reasonably priced. I have a really nice hotel room just a couple of blocks away from here for only $40 a night. Now that was the midweek price, and on the weekend it was going to double, but still that is not bad for being a beautiful country with high standards, a small country that is kind of exclusive, that is famous for skiing. And so I was pleasantly surprised to find reasonable accommodation as well as food prices that are really reasonable as well. You can get a whole plate of food for 10, 11, 12 euros if you want. And so what I'm doing right now is getting out of the city. I am going on a hike up into these mountains right here. There is a lake up above on the right, kind of a 4-mile hike one way, and there is of course lots more to see and do around here. Even though it is a small country, there is a lot packed into a small space. And so this is just a little taste of the mountainous terrain that pervades this country. So it is jam-packed with lots of adventure possibilities, skiing and hiking and swimming in lakes, mountain biking, probably parachuting and maybe rock climbing. I'm not sure about that, but it is all mountains here in the Pyrenees, sandwiched between Spain and France. The capital city here of Andorra la Vella is the highest capital city in all of Europe. It's not really that high, it's like 1,000 meters or so, but it is up here in the mountains, and you can get a lot higher. So let's get out of this city and go see some beautiful nature in the Pyrenees. And so I decided to pop into my hotel here because I'm already overheating, and change into shorts. So I'm staying at the Tulip Inn. Nice looking hotel here. Figured I'd show the room. Attached bathroom. Nice comfy double bed. Good Wi-Fi, flat screen TV. Not bad for 40 bucks. All right, time to get up into those mountains there. And so I'm going to Lake Engolasters. It is 7 kilometers, 2 hours and 5 minutes. It says I need to go up these stairs here. Camí de la Plana. Camí is like a trail, a walking path. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on that path or not, but anyways, heading up here for now. And so as I said that I came from Spain, which is basically down the valley that way. And then you can go up the valley there, and there's some great exploring out there. I think out this way as well, and that is headed for the border of France. There are only 2 border crossings into Andorra. The one at the Spanish border that I came through, and then the one at the French border out there. But I'm headed either up there or maybe back up there. Camí de la Montaña. And so I think this is the path going up the mountain. That is obviously a symbol indicating the path, and so I'll have to look for that in the future if the trail doesn't become clear enough. So far, so good. And so the country of Andorra here, the official language is Catalan. I talked about in a previous video when I was on the island of Menorca, those islands are Catalan speaking. The official language is shared between Catalan and Spanish on those islands, but here in Andorra, the official language is Catalan. But it seems that just in the past 2 days that I've been here, that you're about equally likely to hear Catalan, Spanish, French, and English, at least among the tourists. But you can hear the waiters and waitresses at the restaurants switching back and forth between those languages. So you might have to speak all of those languages in order to get a job here. Not sure. This is already getting intense. It is going to be a very uphill hike. Well, it doesn't mention the lake that I'm going to, Lake Ingolasters, but it looks like this is the right way. All right, I am liking the looks of this. Getting deep into nature. Hello. However you say that, 1,470 meters. And so I was just talking with a guy that had just come down the path coming down this way, and I asked him about that lake, and he said that it is a long ways further back up this way, and it even gets more steep up ahead. I was at a junction and I wasn't exactly sure which way to go, and so that's why I stopped and asked him. And I'm still not sure if this is actually the most direct way. He said that he was at that lake, and so this does go to that lake. But there was another trail going off that way, and my Google Maps was kind of saying to go that other way, but I'd also lost 4G connection and only had 2G, and it wasn't working very well. And so I wasn't entirely certain if it was accurate at that point anyway. And so I decided to go ahead and continue up this way that the guy had come from and hope that it's going there. And so I may or may not end up getting to that lake, but I figured either way, then it's going to be a incredible hike going wherever I end up here. And so it is starting to sprinkle. I was hoping that it wasn't about to rain, because it's not going to be fun going down this path back down if these slippery rocks are all wet. But it is starting to rain harder here. Still just a sprinkle, but we'll see where it goes. So this might be what ultimately turns me around before getting to the top. I do have a rain jacket, I'll be fine, but it's going to make the hike back down that much more difficult. That rain is picking up. Yesterday was brilliantly sunny and hot. Oh boy. Wow. Looks like we got a black stallion, or a dark brown one, or maybe a mare. Anyway, beautiful horse. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This is getting serious. But it's really inspiring getting up into this valley here. More horses. Gonna keep on hiking a bit further at least. There's that Refugio. And I'm not exactly sure what that will be, but should be a like lodge or something. Maybe even with a restaurant. At least it should be somewhere to get out of the rain. And it was before the lake. So it'd be nice if I could get to that at least. And take a break, see if the rain stops for the hike back down. And this is Romeo, 1,610 meters. Not too much here. A building on the right. I guess it's kind of a village of sorts, or at least a cluster of a few buildings. I guess this is it, Romeo. And the trail continues up this valley. Doesn't look like there's anything much anytime soon. So I found a dry spot here to take a break, see what the rain does. I guess this is a culvert for water to flow through. I can't quite see if the tunnel continues. There's sort of a wall there, but then open on top. So either it's for like flash flood drainage, or else it's a access to storage or something. Really not sure. But there is a lock here. And so I got my answer about whether this was for water drainage. I was sitting there and suddenly heard the sound of running water coming from back in there. And so I got the heck out of the way and then listened, and it kept running and running. And I think that what is happening is there's that wall that I mentioned, and I think it must be a wall that is creating basically a little like tank there, and that is filling up with water, and then it's going to overflow and then flow out of here eventually. And so I think I'm going to keep on cruising. The rain has actually stopped, and a bit of kind of sunnier skies there, so that's good news. And especially since it's kind of flat going this way up this valley, I think I'll keep on going and see what else I can find, and if I'm feeling like hiking all that much further. And so I got to a sign that finally has the name Ingolasters on it. But it doesn't say Lake Ingolasters, it says Estany de Ingolasters. I'm sure that that is the same area, but the lake might be further based on what that other guy that I was talking to had said. And so that is an hour and 15 minutes further. And here's the Refuge de Fontvert, and it is only 50 minutes. And so for one thing, I just like the look of continuing up this valley here. Plus it is less distance to the refuge, and this is probably going to go pretty steeply uphill looking that way. So I think I will abandon my Lake Ingolasters mission and instead head for the Refuge and see if I feel like going all the way. And the sun is coming back out. Oh, that feels good. Hold on. Here's a map of Andorra. There is Andorra la Vella, the capital city where I started this video, and Ingolasters, there's the lake. I'm up here, and so it looks like I was right that the guy that I was talking to down here actually kind of misdirected me to head up here, and then I saw that sign to Ingolasters this way, and then continued here to the Refuge Fontvert. And so if I'd gone this way, I probably would have made it to the lake, but still can't complain. As you can see, there is so much more of the country to see, despite being a small little country. A lot of beautiful mountains packed into it. And bunks for sleeping here, I guess. Doesn't look too comfy. Bring your own mattress. And here's the restroom facilities. Vacant. Pretty fancy. 1950. And so the guy that was sitting there at the Refuge there, I ended up talking with him, and I asked him how long he was out camping for, because he had his tent out drying, and I thought that he was going to say like a day or two, and he said like 12 or 13 days. So he's doing a trek starting from the Mediterranean Sea east of here, I guess in Spain, and hiking all the way across the Pyrenees all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Pretty amazing. Now that is not the Camino de Santiago, which is the pilgrimage route that starts, I think one of the routes starts here in Andorra, and then there are different alternate starting points in the Pyrenees, and then like further west, and then that trail goes across the top of Spain all the way to Santiago de Compostela, the city where St. James is buried. And that is a trek that I definitely want to do sometime. It's tempting to do it now, but not quite sure that I want to spend 6 weeks or so more in Spain when I have a whole bunch of other places that I want to see. So it is definitely on the bucket list. All right, I'm going to cruise back down the mountain here, get back down to the thriving metropolis of Andorra la Vella, and find something to eat.